Hi, I'm Laura from the Knitting Booth, and in this video I will show you how to knit the pocket band for the Hemingway shorts. Here I've already knit the right pocket band, and I'll show you how to do the same thing on the left. Start by taking your yarn, tie a slip knot, and carefully place the knot on your needle. This will count as your first cast on stitch. After that, we're going to pick up 2 stitches from the right corner of the pocket with the garment facing you, like so. After we've picked up these 2 stitches, we then move on to pick up stitches across the front of the pocket using the purl smiles. So see where I'm inserting my needle, this is where we'll be picking up stitches. So let's begin. Pick up 2 stitches from the columns of knits immediately right of the pocket, like so, kind of grabbing that bar between the 2 V's and pulling up a loop of yarn. So here's the first stitch. It's a bit fiddly. And here's the second stitch. Now we'll pick up some more stitches from the purl smiles as I mentioned before. You should pick up the number that's indicated for your size in the pattern. When we finally finished picking up stitches for the purl smiles, we then pick up 2 more stitches immediately left of the pocket, doing exactly the same thing as we did for the right. So again, using that bar in between 2 of the V's in a column of knits. So the first one. And the second. Then we just need to cast on 1 more stitch, and for this we'll use the knitted cast on method. Now you're ready to start knitting, and you'll just purl across this first row. Now let's knit the hem. Here I'm just finishing up the last row of purls before I knit my hem. This is what your pocket band should look like at this stage. You've cast off the extra side stitches we picked up and now have these little flaps at the sides which we'll seam shut later. To prepare for knitting the hem, you take your other needle and from right to left, with the back of the pocket facing you, insert your needle into the purl smiles from the fold row of the pocket like you see here. You want to have the same number of stitches on both needles when you're finished. Then, using a crochet hook that's at least 1/2 millimeter larger than your needles, knit the hem stitches together, making sure to cast off as you go. So I've already gone ahead and done the seaming for the left side of the pocket band. Let's do the right side together to match. Take the yarn tail that you left when you tied your slip knot and thread the yarn onto a tapestry needle. To seam the sides, we're going to want to do a vertical mattress stitch, attaching the flap of the pocket band to the body of the shorts. So let's first locate the first bar that's between 2 columns of V's to the right of the shorts. It should be immediately next to the bottom of the pocket band. So pull the yarn through and then find the corresponding bar on the flap. Now find the next bar on the body. And again a bar on the flap. And you're going to want to continue like this until you've seamed the entire side shut. And so that extra stitch that we cast on using the slip knot, that entire column of stitches is now getting tucked in between the flap and the actual body of your shorts, and the result is a fairly seamless look where the flap just kind of continues back into the body of the shorts. Almost done. So yeah, just 2 more bars here. And the very last bar that we insert the tapestry needle into should be on the flap rather than on the body. We then take the tapestry needle from back to front through the center of the V next to where we've been seaming. We then insert the needle round the back of both strands of the V directly above the pocket band and reinsert the needle front to back through the center of the same V we came out of, and again back to front out the center of the next V next to it, like this. So this creates a kind of duplicate stitch. As you can see, it kind of just looks like it continues from the flap into the body of the shorts now. And so we'll do the same thing with the next stitch, going through both legs of the V above, into the center, and back out through the center of the next stitch on the flap. One more time. But this time we only insert the tapestry needle from the front to the back of the center of the same V, but we do not insert it into the next one because we're only doing 3 stitches. And there we go, all seamed up. So all that's left is to weave in the ends. Thanks for watching.